Duchess of, sorry, that's jump to red, sorry, so similar colours, jump to red. And then the last runner will be Emma of Normandy going down to the start. So those are your three runners for race one.
Very good afternoon to you and welcome to Borrowdale Park Racecourse. It's the 27th of January 2024. Today sees the running of the HACHIMAN Sprint. That's the feature event on this afternoon's program, race 6. We start off, however, in race 1, which is the BSA Cape YEARLIng Maiden plate over 1600 meters. Half time is 12:45. Just the 3 runners to take part. Number 1, Trust Me, ridden by Caden Brewer, Thomas Mason, and Trust Me looks like the one to beat in this encounter. Following on from the explosive last run of 1450, Nathan Klink was up on board that time around, but goes up in trip to 1600 and should be up in the running. 2 is Jump to Red, Where's Mowing for Bridget Slidoff. A big improvement lengthwise last time out over 1450 as well, and but though beaten on collateral form by the 1, Trust Me, so should be second. The unknown quantity of the pack is a 3, Emma of Normandy, on debut, local debut this time around, coming from the Val, and lengths are not encouraging, but as usual, we expect a huge improvement from this runner coming down to Zim. So my selections, I'm going for the 1, Trust Me, to beat the 2, Jump to Red, from the 3, Emma of Normandy, scratch the 4, New Galaxy.
So the runners for race 1, the PSA Cape Yearling Sale Maiden Plate, have arrived at the start. The 3 of them will come forward shortly. Jump to Red, the Mount of Wesley Mowing, M of Normandy, Morgan Yamagwete, and the red hot favourite now, Trust Me, Caden Brewer. So small field, but that's the order of the day here at Borrowdale Park, and like I say, the form's pretty much in the book. I would be expecting Trust Me to come home lonely in the first. So Trust Me out to make his winning maiden race here in race 1 here at Borrowdale Park, as the runners just circle around the back of the starting stall machine, and they'll be coming forward in the next minute or so. Very much the unknown quantity, horse number 3, Emma of Normandy, but she would have to improve quite a lot on her South African form to beat Trust Me. So they're coming forward down at the 1,600 meter mark. Jump to Red goes in. Emma of Normandy to go in. So we're just waiting on the favourite Trust Me to go into stall gate number 3. Trust Me just backing away. Few anxious moments there for backers of the favourite. Coming forward. All set. Handlers out the way, white flag raised. And away they go. Trust Me jumps smartly and picks up the running from back in second. We've got Jump to Red. In third place we've got Emma of Normandy. So Caden Brewer very happy to take the favourite to the front at the head of affairs, leads by a length. Back in second we've got Jump to Red, and in third place we've got Emma of Normandy, but only 3 lengths off them. So they make their way to the 1,200 meter mark, and Trust Me at a nice relaxed gallop, leads by a length and a half. Back in second is Jump to Red. Third place belongs to Emma of Normandy, and the order not changing for the first 500-600 meters. With Trust Me at a nice steady gallop, still being well held together by 2 lengths. Back in second is Jump to Red. In third place is Emma of Normandy. So has Caden Brewer managed to get the fractions right on board this red hot favourite as he makes his way round the bend now and into the home straight. So it's the big white blaze of Trust Me out in front. Back in second we've got Jump to Red. We drop a length back to Emma of Normandy. The helmet bound is 600 to go, and in the colours of Great Banquets, that's Trust Me, leads by 2. Back in second, we've got Jump to Red. Back on the fence there, we've got Emma of Normandy trying to pick up, but Caden Brewer now lets out a little bit more leather, and Trust Me now leads by 3. Back in second, we've got Emma of Normandy together with Jump to Red, but like I said, on paper, this looked home and hosed in the first, and it's going to be Trust Me and Caden Brewer for Craig Dankwoods and Thomas Mason. That'll win by the best part of 6 lengths. Second will go to Jump to Red, and third will go to Emma of Normandy. They ran in the race card order 1, 2, 3.
We have the running of the first event at Borrowdale Park. That's the BSA Cup Yearling Sale Maiden Plate. Over 1600 meters, horse number 1, Trust Me, for Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason, coming through, win the first event. 3. Let's talk to Caden. Caden, well done for getting off to a good start, winning the first of the afternoon.
Yeah, it was a very, very easy race from the filly. She came out quite nicely. Just jumped, travelled the whole way, had her ears pricked at the 600 when we came to the straight. I just asked for that little bit. She gave it to me at the 400, she gave me a bit more, and it was race over from there.
Well done to you. Can you take us through the rest of the card for the afternoon?
Yeah, I think I'll be pretty competitive. I see some horses with some decent form. So yeah, there's nothing really specific that I can say. I think this was my best of the afternoon. So we're just looking to box on. Hopefully you'll see me here again.
Well done. I hope to see you later.
Thank you.
So winning rider there, Caden Brewer. Mr. And Tom, nice way to get the afternoon off to a start.
Yeah, it's a very nice start today, and I'm very chuffed with this filly. She's slowly matured. Being a member in Seattle, they don't come early, and we started early as a 2-year-old, and she was never ready for that. Given her time, and it's matured, and she's showing him good work at home. And I think she'll be a filly that Craig Dankers will have fun with, and thanks to Craig Dankers, he actually chose this filly. He looked at her and asked me to have a look at the sales. He actually asked me to look at it, and I liked her a lot, and we bought it together, and she's done very well, and I'm very chuffed with the way she won. And like I said, I think there's some good races for her in the future, being one of the few 3-year-old fillies around. We'll go the classics with her and see how we go, but good win.
Well done to you. Can you take us through the card for the yard?
I've got Errol Display in the next, obviously having a second start for me. I'm still trying to get the bottom of him to know him. But he's improved since his first start, which was a grass gallop. Distance suited, so we will. Hopefully, I'll get a much better impression of him, and he's capable of winning. But like I said, I haven't quite got to the bottom of him yet. Action Zone later on, he's got the capability. Obviously, it's quite a tough field, and on the weights, horses like Abion, and on his day, only him can give him a run for his money. But he's got the ability. And then Jubilee in the last. I know he's carrying top weight. 1100 meters might be short of his best distance, but if he runs to the Gold Cup sprint form, he finished a length and a half behind Jet Mirage. For me, it's the horse to beat. Obviously, the distance is my only concern.
Well, until you, hope to see you later.
Thank you.
Those are the winning connections of the 1, Trust Me, 2, number 2, Jump to Red, and 3 to the 3, Emma of Normandy. Next up is race 2, and that's the BSA National Yearling Sale Progress Plate. That's over 1600 meters of time 20+1.
We now have the all clear result for race 1. First place went to horse number 1, Trust Me. Second to number 2, Jump to Red. Third to number 3, Emma of Normandy. There was one scratching, horse number 4, New Galaxy, and it's all clear to pay on numbers 1, 2 and 3. Race 2 on today's program, the BSA National Yearling Sale Progress Plate. We have a field of 6 runners, and the runners now about to leave the parade ring, make their way out onto the main course and down to the 1,600 meter mark. Another odds-on shot in race number 2 comes in the form of Buster Barnes, the mount of Jeffrey Seister for Deborah Swanson and the Centaur Syndicate. Lightly raced Son of Erupt just had the 2 progress plate. So out on parade is horse number 1, Bruce's Spirit, the mount of Matthew Thackeray. Number 2 is Aerial Display, Caden Brewer, quite a strong individual there, took a bit of a hold. Well done to Caden for holding on to him. Next to come out is number 3, Walking Through Time in Morgan Yamagwete. Number 4, Duchess of War in Wesley Mowing. These 4 runners turning to go down to the 1,600 meter mark. Quite a hot day now as the sun blazes down here on the course. Not much cloud cover at the moment. Well, sun's evading the clouds. So there goes the favorite in the orange silks with Jeffrey Seister on board. Jeffrey currently leading the log here in Zimbabwe, and then stable companion number 6, Follow the Band, in the yellow colors there with Kevin Durere. So those are your 6 runners on their way down to the 1,600 meter mark. Off time 20 past 1, so only 6 minutes to go to the off of race number 2. So the runners have arrived down at the 1,600 meter mark, and we're now upon race time. So the starting stall team has shut the front gate, and these horses will be coming forward. Couple of tricky customers down at the start there. We've got Duchess of War together with Walking Through Time, so fingers crossed they'll be on their best behavior. As they start to bring these horses forward, we'd like to keep our time going to schedule. Like I say, we could have one or two problems here, but I just hope it's not the commentator's kiss of death for these two horses as they start to come forward. Duchess of War to go in, led with the jockey in the starting stall machine, so handlers working on Duchess of War. Walking Through Time will also be a tricky customer, but it is a hot day, and obviously these horses are getting really warm down at the 1,600 meter mark. So well done to the team. They've got Duchess of War in. They turn their attention to Walking Through Time. These fillies will hopefully stand. Got one in now, Walking Through Time to come forward. Just turning her sideways. Morgan Yamagwete on top of her, so hopefully he's done a bit of work on the filly, so he should know her. Was a difficult customer at the last time she came to the races, so Wesley Mowing just trying to keep Duchess of War as quiet as possible. So Walking Through Time being trotted up, and as she turns as she gets to the gates, which is not good. You're gonna have to try and keep her as straight as possible. Jockey Morgan Yamagwete is off her. So the handler's going to have to go and get this horse. She's some way away from the starting stall machine, and things are not looking very good at the moment for Walking Through Time. In the meantime, the remaining four runners are waiting patiently to be loaded. Duchess of War in stall gate number 6 with a handler and Wesley Mowing. Walking Through Time, backing away. Just wants to get the head up and just try and keep her straight. Into stall gate number 2. And she keeps throwing her head up. Halfway in, and she backs away. Coming forward again. They've got to just try and get her to settle down. Looks like they could have won the battle with Walking Through Time. One of the fancied runners. Going in next will be Aerial Displays. Let's get these runners loaded. Bruce's Spirit. We're waiting on the favorite now. That's Buster Barnes to come into stall gate number 3. Looks like they're all nice and quiet for now. Buster Barnes. And the gates pop over it, and that's 4 of them have come out. Managed to keep Walking Through Time in, just to close the front gate there. So thankfully 3 of them stayed in, but follow the band together with Aerial Display. I'm not too sure which gate came forward. There might have been stall gate number 1. Well done to Caden Brewer as well as Kevin Derere. These horses will be returned to the back of the starting stall machine now. So just the 3 horses loaded for the running of race number 2 here, the progress plate. Follow the band to come back, together with Aerial Display. Buster Barnes has been watching this all unfold in front of his eyes, so hopefully he doesn't get any ideas. So the vet just running her eye over the 2 horses that came through. Well done to the stalls team for keeping Walking Through Time in the pen. So they're now working on Buster Barnes. Buster Barnes halfway in. Aerial display comes back in. Follow the band. Just to close the back gate on the odds-on favorite, Buster Barnes. In the meantime, the gate number 1 pops again. So gate number 1 came open, and that meant that Aerial Display came through the front of the gates together with Walking Through Time. So numerous problems with the starting stall machine today here at Borrowdale Park. It keeps popping open, and now we've got 2 more horses to load once again. Walking Through Time to come forward. She's going to have to do it all again, and she's not pleased. So the 4 runners loaded, waiting on numbers 1, that's Stallgate 1, and Stallgate 2, that's Aerial Display and Walking Through Time, to come back in. Walking Through Time up to the starting stall machine, backing away. And she comes through the gates, and they all pop open once again, and this is becoming a carnival down at the 1,600 meter mark. Stall gates 4 and 5 have popped open once again. Those horses have thankfully stayed in. Walking Through Time came through the front gate. So we're waiting on Aerial Display to come back into Stallgate number 1. Walking Through Time will be the last horse to come forward. And hopefully the gate stays shut. Aerial Display is loaded in Stallgate number 1. All the handlers up to assist the jockeys. Most of these horses have been hard held in the starting stall machine. Walking Through Time, unfortunately, coming through the stalls twice now. Halfway in. Just to close the back gate on her. And hopefully the starting stall front gates do not pop open. Looks like we could be set. Morgan Yamagweta to get on board Walking Through Time. Buster Barnes standing awkwardly. And the gates open again. Stallgate 1 and 2 have opened once again, and Aerial Display comes through the front again. That's the 3rd time Aerial Display's come through. I think with the 5-horse fields, we could be using the outside 5 stalls for the rest of the meeting, because this is becoming a bit of a joke. Aerial Display was going to have to go back again. Well done to Caden Brewer. He's managed to stay on border for the 3rd time. Can they get these horses in? Halfway in. Handler out the way, all set, 1,600 meters to go. And the gate opens in stall gate 1 and 4 and 5. So stall gates 1, 4 and 5 without a shadow of a doubt are faulty. Handler closing them again. White flag raised, all set. And away they go. Well, a number of these horses were in for so long they pretty much stood. Duchess of War was quick to respond. She goes out to immediate lead. From back in second, Aerial Display. Buster Barnes is back in third. We drop a length back to Walking Through Time. Another length back to Bruce's Spirit. And at the back of the field, that's Follow the Band. Like I say, she came out slowly. So it's out in front now, Aerial Display, who picks up the running from back in second, Duchess of War. Buster Barnes is placed in third. On his outside, we find Bruce's Spirit. We drop a length back to Walking Through Time, and some 15 lengths off them is Follow the Band. A nice gallop being set by Aerial Display, a strong front running display so far from back in second. There we got Duchess of War. She's going well within herself. We drop another 2 lengths back to Buster Barnes. On his outside, we find Bruce's Spirit, Walking Through Time, and Follow the Band's just going to follow them round at the moment. It's Aerial Display, who's going really well, turning into the straight, leads by 3. Back in second, we've got Duchess of War. We drop another 2 lengths back to Buster Barnes. In behind there, we find Walking Through Time with Bruce's Spirit. It's Aerial Display and Caden Brewer trying to make it a double for the yard. Back in second, Duchess of War. Buster Barnes is trying to come through on the fence together with Walking Through Time. It's now Buster Barnes who comes up to join Aerial Display in the front of the course. Together we got Duchess of War, but now Buster Barnes starts to open up the turbo, and this is Sife's banker of the day here. Buster Barnes is going to win by the best part of 5 lengths. Favorite backers will be breathing a sigh of relief after that shenanigans at the start. Second will go to Aerial Display, a great run from her. Third will go to Duchess of War, and fourth will go to Walking Through Time. Like I said, it was just not helped by the gate situation. Well, sorry for laboring the point there, but that was absolute carnival down at the 1,600 meter mark. And favorite backers, like I say, will be breathing a sigh of relief. Buster Barnes will come home smoking a pipe. Second will go to Aerial Display. She came through the starting stall 3 times and done exceptionally well. Third will go to Duchess of War, and fourth will go to Walking Through Time, another one that unfortunately the pins issue just did not help her chances. An easy winner of race number 2, the odds-on shot, number 5, Buster Barnes for the Centaur Syndicate, Jeffrey Seister and Deborah Swanson.
That was the running of race 2, the BSA National Yearling Sale Progress Plate over 1600 meters, won by the 5 Buster Barnes. Jeff Sister for Deb Swanson. Well done, Deb, for your first of the afternoon. Nice way to get off the mark. We thought Buster Barnes was the one. Julie proved right.
Yeah, he did. I think it's a bit unfair. The dog show at the start with the starting scores has put every single one of those runners under jeopardy. I do think aerial display and walking through time on their earlier form would have given him more of a run if it hadn't been such a mess. But he did it nicely today. We've had a few question marks in his last few runs with him sort of getting to front and losing his form, not knowing quite what to do and way to do it. So we've done a bit of work with that. Today, look, funny race. It's a mess at the start, but he's finished it really well. Thank you to Jeff for coasting him nicely. Well done to Buster. Well done to Centaur. Always a pleasure to train a horse for them, and they really, I'm very privileged to train for them. They give me very good horses. They look when it's just, I really love horses to train. So well done to Centaur Syndicate and Jeff for and putting so much passion into this.
Well done to you, Deb. Any more to look out for during the afternoon?
The horses are all well. Buster, actually, his coat wasn't that great today, so he was that was one concern I had with him. So the rest of the horses, they look good. They've been working well. I think they'll give a good account themselves. But it's very competitive racing again today. So yeah, I can't say anything. I think Abayan, if the handicapper knows his job, on paper should win his race. I think they don't run on paper. They run on grass, and horses get beat. So I do think he's very, very well. I think he'll be exceptionally well today.
All the best.
Thank you.
Let's talk to Jeff. Jeff, well done for your first of the afternoon, and a bit of a tricky start, but got them through.
Yeah, definitely. It was one of the strangest things I've ever seen in racing. But today he wasn't that nervous. He was actually quite good today, and I appreciate that. I didn't want to bustle him too much, so when they going, I just sat where I was, and I waited patiently for a room to open, and I waited for them to pull me as far as possible. But he quick and nicely ran to the line. Well, good luck to the horse. He did everything right.
Well done to you. Have you got any tips for the rest of the cup for you?
Today I have Zazu, 2 more of a distance, and I think she has a big chance. And Admiral Sean and Albion, I think they're big runners, especially Albion. I fancy them. I fancy all 3. If not, it should be first 2.
Well done to you. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Jeff Sister, the winning rider for horse number 5, Buster Barnes, who's come through to win race 2 here at the BSA National Yearling Sale Progress Plate. Next up is race 3. That's the BSA KZN Yearling Sale Merit Rated 69 handicap, 1260 meters a trip, 13:55 the time.
So we now have the all clear result for the running of race 2. First place went to number 5, Buster Barnes. Second to number 2, Aerial Display. Third to number 4, Duchess of War. And fourth to number 3, Walking Through Time. It's all clear to play on numbers 5, 2, 4 and 3. Race 3 on today's program is the BSA KZN Yearling Sale Merit Rated 69 to be run over 1,260 meters. Off time is 5 to 2. So we definitely won't make the advertised starting time. It's only 2 minutes to that, so I haven't been supplied with any revised starting times. I'm sure we'll do our best to try and make up the lost time. One scratching horse number 5, Bello Grosso. That leaves us with 4 runners. Number 1 is Calipos, the mount of Matthew Thackeray for Bridges side off. Number 2 is the odds-on favourite Power Ranger. Wesley Mawin takes the ride today for Deborah Swanson. Number 3, Red Top, Morgan Yamagwete on board for Deborah Swanson, and complete in the lineup will be horse number 4, Forgotten Time for Caden Brewer and Amy Parham. So these 4 runners preparing to leave the parade ring. And an extremely warm day now here at Borrowdale Park, and not a breath of wind around, so temperatures high up in the 20s. Possibly 30s. So these runners making their way down the chute, and they'll be on the main course. Only the 4 runners to make their way to the 1260 meter mark. Horse number 1, Calipos, and the orange and blue silks, followed on by number 2, Power Ranger. Number 3 is Red Top. And number 4, Forgotten Time. So those are your 4 runners on their way down to the start. I'm sure once the jockeys have checked over their saddles and their horse gear, they'll be on their way back for the running of race number 3. So the runners for race number 3 have arrived down at the starting stall machine at the 1,260 meter mark. Not sure what happened to the preview for the running of race number 3, but it's a very competitive lineup. All 4 horses have some sort of winning chance, so best you stick to the one that you like the most and go with your own fancy. I'm not sure there's a lot between them. The favourite here, Power Ranger, coming off a really easy win when trying the straight for the first time since coming to Zimbabwe. He's been racing round the turn and he really enjoyed the 1200 meters, and he won by a big margin there, 7 lengths. But I think this is a bit stronger than Graduation Plate, with Count Moderna running second to him. So he's definitely the form horse, but he will face some stiff opposition. Hopefully the starting stall machine behaves itself, but we are using the outside 5 banks now when racing round the turn. Obviously the pins gates towards the inside of the gates are used, so maybe those are not used as often as the ones on the outside. So outside bank here being used for these 4 runners as they come forward, waiting on Power Ranger to complete the lineup. 3 of them loaded. Power Ranger to come up. Wesley Mowing on board today. All set, and is out the way, white flag raised, and now away they go. They broke in a perfect line, quick into stride. His red top together with, on his inside, Calipos, and right on the far side we find, moving up into contention, Forgotten Time, taken towards the back of the field, is Power Ranger, but he's only some 2 lengths off them. So it's red top that leaves Calipos. On the inside we find Forgotten Time. Power Ranger's been given a chance by Wesley Mowing. He drops in behind them, but he's only got 2 to 3 lengths to go. They make their way to the junction of the 2 courses, and it's still red top that leads from on the inside, Forgotten Time. We drop a length back to Calipos. Power Ranger's been given a perfect ride, and he's still tracking the leaders, approaching the 500 meter mark. It's down the middle of the course. Forgotten Time, who comes to pick it up from back in second, Calipos. Red Top's in contention. Power Ranger's now been rousted along to go and catch the leaders as they turn on the speed. It's still Calipos from back in second, Red Top. Power Ranger's trying to get a rails run back on the inside. Forgotten Time. It's Calipos, Red Top, and Power Ranger's coming on the right to get to Red Top. Red Top from Power Ranger. Red Top, Power Ranger. That's the boy. Wesley Mowing gets up on the line. On board Power Ranger for favourite backer. Second will go to Red Top, and third will go to Forgotten Time. Well, Wesley Mowing, that was a polished ride there by Wesley. All 4 horses were going well within themselves, but Wesley was as patient as a mouse, waiting for the crumbs to fall off the table, and he'll pick them up on the line there. Power Ranger really likes it up the straight here at Borrowdale Park. That's back-to-back wins for the son of Silvano. Extremely well-bred individual, and well done to the Antelope Park team. I'm sure they'll be jumping up and down. That's Willem and all of his partners in the horse here. Power Ranger gets up in the shadow of the post to beat Stable Companion, Red Top back in second. Third place will go to Forgotten Time, and fourth will go to Calipos. So unofficially from the commentator's box, the number you're going to need in the winner's box there is number 2, Power Ranger. For Deborah Swanson, Wesley Mowing wouldn't take him long to get on the winner's board here at Borrowdale Park. And like I say, a very, very patient ride by Wesley. He just waited and waited and waited. And when the opportunity came up, he grabbed it with both hands, that outside fence. And he got the better of Stable Companion, Red Top, in the dying stages. Well done again to Wesley and Deborah with a victory with number 2, Power Ranger.
just in the running of race 3, the BZK's in Yearling Sale Merit 69 handicap, and won by the Power going for Deb Swanson. Deb, well done to you. Power Ranger coming home smartly under threat from Red Top, but won well.
Yeah, bless Red Top. He did all the work there. He did all the donkey work and then just got caught late. And that's often the case in the stable. He always gets beaten by his stable companion. He's a very honest little horse. But well done to Willem Null and Zimbiza Racing Syndicate. This horse was quite heavily handicapped the last time because the mud sort of flattered him with his last win. So he did well to come back and get up again. Wesley riding at his pace, and that's what we love to see with Wes, as a confident rider, and he rode him to perfection. Very, very pleased with him. So yeah, well done to Danger Ranger for pulling another win out the bag. It's a very good little horse. Very, very, very lucky to have got him. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully there's a couple more there. He's definitely very, very honest, but handicap will eventually get on top of him. So very well, good luck to them. Good luck to Wes. Good luck to Willem. Now I hope Willem's watching in South Africa. You better hurry home. Thank you.
Let's talk to the winning rider here. Wes, well done for getting Power Ranger to the line. Bit of a was the end there, but you got home.
Yes, I think you've worded it perfectly. He would have been an unlucky loser had he not gotten up. There was a little bit of argy-bargy in that last sort of 150 meters, but I think he's a quality horse, and you know, once he got that gap, he put his head down and he rallied well. You know, he really ran and hit the line very hard.
Well done to you. Halfway through the meeting, any tips for the remainder of your runners?
I'd say that you know, maybe include me wherever you can. We've got chances throughout the day. I can't single anything out, but I'd just like to take the opportunity to thank Debbie for her support, thanks to Bridget for her support, and big well done to the owners.
Well done to you. All the best for the remainder of your ride.
Thank you very much.
Wes Marwing there, the winning rider for the 2 Power Rangers. Second win to horse number 3, Red Top. Third to horse number 4, Forgotten Time. And fourth win to number 1, Calipos. Next up is race 4. That's the BSA August 2-year-old sale. Miniature at 76 handicap over 2-2. And off time for this is 2:30.
We now have the all clear result for race number 3. First place went to horse number 2, Power Ranger. Second to number 3, Red Top. Third to number 4, Forgotten Time. And fourth to number 1, Calipos. There was one scratching, horse number 5, Bello Grosso. And it's all clear to pay on numbers 2, 3, 4 and 1. All clear to pay on race number 3. Race 4 on today's program is the BSA August 2-year-old sale, merit rated 76 handicap. And this one to be run over 2,200 meters. We have 5 runners here. Please note once again, number 5, My Secret Place, to run for the Brumby Syndicate and Genghis Goxel. So that's the orange and the green whooped colors. Number 1, Coffee Berry for Bridget Steidoff and Mick Rambo, the Mount of Wesley Mowing. Number 2, Obscure for the General Fixit Syndicate nominee Kirsty Steidoff, Matthew Thackeray for Bridget Steidoff. Number 3 is Tiger's Eagle, Craig Dankwood's the owner, Caden Brewer to ride, and Deborah Swanson the trainer. Number 4 is Zazu for the same winning connections of the previous race with Power Ranger, that's Charlize and partners, and Jeffrey Seister on board for Deborah Swanson. And number 5, My Secret Place, Morgan Yamagweti rides for the Brumby Syndicate and Genghis Goxel. Amy Parham is the trainer. So those are your 5 runners, what looks a very, very competitive lineup. So the first runner to come out on parade is horse number 2, Obscure, and Matthew Thackeray. Number 3 is Tiger's Eagle and Caden Brewer. Number 4, Zazu and Jeffrey Seister. So we're just waiting on number 1, Coffee Berry, and number 5, My Secret Place. And thank you to Peter Barr for the betting here. We've got the favorite number 1, Coffee Berry at 11 to 10. Second favorite is number 4, Zazu at 14 to 10. They're betting 3 to 1, number 3, Tiger's Eagle, 4 to 1, number 5, My Secret Place, and 6 to 1 about number 2, Obscure. So going down now is number 5, My Secret Place. So the 5 runners have arrived down at the start there. Coffeeberry made her way down, so we've made up that lost time from race number 2. So well done to all the connections and the jockeys and stipendary board. And we'll be back on schedule here with the running of race number 4. 2,200 meters to go, so long way around here for the running of this MR76. Interesting enough, it's open to Colts and Geldings as well as fillies and mares. And it's interesting to note that all the runners are fillies, so that might help with the racing program if they schedule 1 or 2 fillies races over this sort of distance. But they're doing the best job that they can do with the population of horses as low as it's ever been. So hats off to the owners as we get on through 2024 racing here at Borrowdale Park. So the horse is just circling around the back of the starting stall machine down at the 2,200 meter mark. Like I said, interesting race. Deborah Swanson obviously holding a very strong hand with Zazu and Tiger's Eagle. Interesting runner could be My Secret Place down at the bottom there, racing now for the Brumby Syndicate on the orange and green silk. So Brumby Syndicate together with Genghis Goxel, that's orange and green hoops with the orange sleeves and green cap. So it looks like they're about to start working on these runners. Obscure to go forward. Coffeeberry is in. My Secret Place. Just waiting on the stable companions now. Zazu to go forward. And to complete the lineup will be Tiger's Eagle and the gold and black checks of Craig Dankwitz, looking for a double, having won the first race with Trust Me with Tom Mason. Tiger's Eagle goes in to close the back gate on Tiger's Eagle. All set. And away they go. 2,200 meters to run, so we'll give them a chance to settle themselves into some sort of racing order. And My Secret Place broke really well today. She generally doesn't come out with the balance of the runners, but she's got into a handy position. Has now been overtaken by Zazu and Obscure. So Zazu's out to make the pace and goes out to lead. She stays all day, and the 2,200 will be on the short side for her. She leads by 2 lengths. Back in second, we've got Obscure. We drop a length back to My Secret Place. Following that, we find Tiger's Eagle. And at the back of the field, that's Coffeeberry. So a nice gallop been set here by Zazu. Jeffrey Seisters really stretching them now. He goes out to a 4-length lead. Back in second is Obscure. My Secret Place will be enjoying the pace. She's only got 52 kilos on her back. She's getting in receipt of 7 and 8 kilos from her rivals. At the back of the field, we find Tiger's Eagle, who's been given a chance today, and Coffeeberry at the back of the field. So Zazu comes back a little bit now, only leads by 2. Back in second there, we've got Obscure. Third place belongs to My Secret Place. We drop another 3 lengths back to Coffeeberry and Tiger's Eagle at the back of the field. They're only 8 lengths off them now. So has Jeffrey Seister managed to pinch a bit of a break there? He's now come back to the field, only leads by a length and a half. From back in second, Obscure. Third place belongs to My Secret Place. The back 2 runners, Coffeeberry and Tiger's Eagle. No panic stations yet as they close the gap down to 6 lengths. They're going to swing right-handed here in the BSA August 2-year-old sale, and it's out in front. We still find Zazu back in second, My Secret Place. Tiger's Eagles coming down the middle of the course, back towards the inside is Obscure, and behind that we find Coffeeberry. It's out in front, My Secret Place. Back in second is Obscure. Tiger's Eagle, the big weight starting to tell now as Out in front is My Secret Place and Obscure. My Secret Place with just the 52 kilos keeps rolling, and like I said, she's in receipt of a lot of weight, and they're not getting to My Secret Place. She jumped on terms, and this is going to be Amy Parham and Michael Mallet. Well done to the Brumby Syndicate. Second will go to Obscure, third will go to Tiger's Eagle, and fourth will go to Coffeeberry. Well, My Secret Place was beautifully turned out. The daughter of Vercingetorix, and like I said, with 52 kilos, she was in receipt of 7 and 8 kilos. And Morgan Yamaguete got her out smartly today. She normally drops to the back of the field and over races, but he put her in the perfect position. And Michael Mallet, he's going to be on fire in the parade ring. It's going to be hard to contain his excitement. And that's the first run for the new owners, the Brumby Syndicate. Great to have Paul Rugg, Spencer Murray and Grant Littleford on course with Grant's son here. And I'm sure they're going to be up and down, jumping up and down in the parade ring. Really well done to the connections with Genghis Goxel. Number 5, My Secret Place, will win this one easily. Second will go to Obscure. And third will go to Tiger's Eagle. And we'll just wait for the confirmation of those place runners from the judges' box. But no doubting the winner, horse number 5, My Secret Place. And returning back to the winners enclosure for the running of race number 4, the BSA August 2-year-old sale MR76 is horse number 5, My Secret Place. What a great ride there by Morgan Yamaguete. He kept her handy, she jumped on terms. Michael Mallet just phoning his bookmaker there, working out how much he won. And really well done to Mike for Amy Parham representing the yard. Spencer Murray on course, Grant Littleford, Boyd Littleford and Paul Rugg. A great team around Mike Mallet here at Borrowdale Park, and the filly looked exceptionally well and trotted up here today. Just waiting on the balance of the runners, but no doubting the winner. Horse number 5, My Secret Place, the daughter of Vercingetorix out of the Cahal mare, Be Fabulous, recording her second win. I think she's a lot better than that, and on to bigger and better things. I'm sure Mike will tell us more when he has his interview.
Also running of race 4, the BSA August 2-year-old sale handicap over 2,200 meters. It was 1-5. My Secret Place, Maguete for Amy. And let's talk to the winning connections. Well, nice one to start off your winners for the afternoon.
Yeah, and it's the last one. I've got no more to run there. But no, she ran a cracker. She likes distance. So I've been looking for the longer races for her. And she's been showing a lot of improvement. She's muscled up and she's got stronger, and she performed really well. I'm really pleased with her. And Morgs rode a cracker as well. He had bottom weight, which suited her merit rating as well. But very happy with her, and I think it's a nice run for the Brumbies because that's the first time she's run in their colours. So we expect some good races from her in the future, distance-wise.
Well done to you, mate.
Thank you.
Let's stick to the questions. And get the afternoon with the 5 My Secret Place.
Yeah, thanks very much. We did tell Mike that this was a good horse. He wasn't really sure. So he did listen now. But no, seriously, we've just got this horse from the other owners. It's been great. Good to have some of our members here from the golf course, etc. But thank you to Mike, and thank you to the other guys for coming. Great day.
Have you got any more runners today?
We got one in the next. It is the favourite, so we hope it runs true to form.
Well done to you.
My Secret Place, she likes distance, eh? Like Grant. Grant doesn't like distance, as you can see from the chassis, eh?
Well done to the winning connections of the 5 My Secret Place. And to horse number 2, Obscure. Third to the 3, Tigers, and to the 1, Cafeberry. Next up is race 5. This is the penultimate race for the afternoons. The BSA November 2-year-old sale advance plate. 1600 meters the distance, 15:05 the time.
We now have the all clear result for the running of race number 4. First place went to horse number 5, My Secret Place. Second to number 2, Obscure. Third to number 3, Tiger's Eagle. And fourth to number 1, Coffee Berry. It's all clear to play on numbers 5, 2, 3 and 1. All clear for race 4. Race 5 on today's program is the BSA November 2-year-old sale, an advanced plate to be run over 1,600 meters. We have a full field of 5 runners. Number 1 is Abiyan, the Mount of Jeffrey Seister for Deborah Swanson. Number 2, Only Him. Wesley Mowing takes the right for Bridges Stuyvesant. Number 3, Action Zone, Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason. Number 4, Jackie's Farrell, Morgan Yamagwete for Deborah Swanson. And number 5 is Regulate, Matthew Thackeray for Bridges Stuyvesant. Matthew Thackeray for Bridges Stuyvesant. They're about to run in race 6 here at Kenilworth. Hollywood Beds Kenilworth is a Cape Flying Champion Stakes, a weight for age grade 1 event over 1,000 meters. Race 9 on today's Kenilworth program. There will be the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, a grade 1 event, so you don't want to miss that one. The Met going off at 4:45 this afternoon. Oh, what a big result for Lucky Hoodalakis as Dice wins the Cape Flying Championship, a Grade 1 event. Favourite Isi Vungu Vungu was scratched at the start. So Isi Vungu Vungu taken out at the start was lame. And Dice will record a Grade 1 victory, another Grade 1. That is Dice, the son of William Longsword. Craig Zaki having a fantastic day at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. He'll beat Thunderstruck back in second for Pierce Stratham, and Sean Terry, and third will go to Bereave and Corne Off and Adam Marcus. But Lucky Hoodalakis, a big payday for Lucky in Cape Town with the Cape Flying Championship. So here at Borrowdale Park, the runners for the advanced plate now make their way out of the parade ring, headed out by the fancied Abayan, the mount of Jeffrey Seister. Jeffrey looking for his second win on the card today. We've had four races and 4 different jockeys win, so all the jockeys on 1 win so far. That's Wesley Mawing, Morgan Yamagwete, Jeffrey Seister and Caden Brewer. 4 jockeys on 1 win each. Got 2 races to go, and Abiyan on his way down to the 1,600 meter mark. Followed out by horse number 2, that's Only Him and Wesley Mawing. Number 3, Action Zone and Caden Brewer. Number 4 will be Jackie Sparrow and Morgan Yamagwete. Returned to racing after a long spell, been off the course for 6 months prior to her last start. So she's bound to strip a lot fitter, and complete in the lineup will be horse number 5, Regulate, and Matthew Thackeray. So the runners coming in down at the 1,600 meter mark, just the 5 runners. Just waiting on Abiyan. Handlers out the way, white flag raised. And away they go. Abiyan broke smartly from the inside barrier draw, goes out to immediate lead. From back in second there, we've got moving up Regulate on the far side. We find Jackie Sparrow. Just behind that, we find Action Replay, and at the back of the field it's only him. So it's Abiyan at a nice relaxed gallop, leads by a length. Back in second, Jackie Sparrow. Just in behind them we find Regulate. We then drop 3 lengths back to Action Replay, and at the back of the field is only him. So Abiyan, can he go start to finish here with Jeffrey Seister on board as they approach the 900 meter mark, leads by 2. Back in second we've got stable companion Jackie Sparrow. Regulates perfectly placed in third. Action Replays creeping closer, and only him is going to be a little bit wide on the bend, tries to get closer order as Abiyan slows it up. So it's Abiyan still leading by length. Back in second, Regulate. Third place belongs to Jackie Sparrow. Action Replays taking a bit of a hold as he now starts to move forward, and only him soon drop back towards the rail. It's Abiyan as he turns into the home straight. He's going to try and outsprint them, but Action Replays moving up smartly down the middle of the course together with Jackie Sparrow. Back on the inside we find Regulate. It's Abiyan. Back in second is Action Replay together with Jackie Sparrow, but Abiyan keeps striding in front, and he's still got a length and a half to spare. Back in second, Regulate. They're not making any headway as Abiyan now starts to go 3 lengths clear, and Abiyan's going to beat back in second. Action Replays running on strongly now. When it's all over, it's Abiyan that beats Action Replays. Third place will go to Jackie Sparrow, and fourth place will go to Regulate. Well, this was a positive ride by Jeffrey Seister. He took the race by the scruff of the neck, and he decided he'll take the class horse to the front, and Abiyan's going to go from gun to tape here to a nice convincing win. He went up 8 pounds in the handicap, and luckily for him it's just an advanced plate, so he comes in here really well at the conditions, so you should be safe from the clutches of the handicapper. Second will go to Action Replay, third will go to Jackie Sparrow, and fourth will go to Regulate. So no doubt in the winner, horse number 1, Abiyan. Like I say, waited to win this one in a canter, and he's just done that, and Connections will be extremely happy with the son of Vercingetorix. That's his 7th win out of 27 starts, and I think 6 of those would have been here in Zimbabwe. So he's turned out to be a super horse for the Connections up here in Zimbabwe. Horse number 1, Abiyan. Yeah, so from the commentary box, just a reminder, second place went to Action Zone, not Action Replay. Looked like a bit of a replay there with Abiyan holding all the runners at bay, and he did that from gun to tape. So Action Zone will run second, third will go to Jackie Sparrow, and fourth will go to Regulate. Abiyan, without a shadow of a doubt, easy winner of race number 5. Second place unofficially to number 3, Action Zone. Third to number 4, Jackie Sparrow, and fourth to number 5, Regulate. So all the winning connections in the parade ring. Once again, great to have Murray Smith and Alan Smith on course. Like I say, it takes a lot to get Murray out of bed, and should have seen the signs when he arrived on course. And really well done to the connections. A great supporter of racing here, former trainer here in Zimbabwe. So Murray Smith knows a good horse when he sees one, and he's equipped himself with a really smart horse here with his partners Paul Gorringe, Sean Gorringe, Vickers Patel, David Ward, Grant Littleford, Spencer Murray, Paul Rugg. Well done, guys.
That was the running of race 5, the BSA November 2 Old Scale Advanced 1600 meters. And well done to you, Debs. We had a chat earlier on, and you were confident about this horse, and Julie came through.
Yeah, this is a very smart little horse. He did get hammered really hard his last win again. The mud flattered to deceive him, so he went up quite a lot of points to a 99. So this race, if his merit rating is correct, it was going to be a penalty kick, which yeah, he's run well. Jeffrey's held him together nicely, and he's given a good account himself. He's a very genuine young little horse, and he's if you allowed a favourite in the yard, he'd be it. He just gives you 110% every time, and he's spent when he's come in here. So well done to him and Jeff. Well done to his owners. They're all here, and I love having a win for them all. It's always fun. Yeah, merit rated 99. Now let's see how we go. I'm lucky that this race came along, because it's going to be tough now to find races for him, but we'll take it and run. Thank you very much.
Let's look to the winning connections here. Well done, Paul. Yeah, on paper, had to run though, and Julie came through.
Yeah, of course, handicap, gave him full 8 points last time out, and obviously based on that, he was he was bound to run a big race here in this company. But no disrespect to any of the other horses there. This horse tries his butt off every time he goes out, and yeah, as you can see there, I mean, he's practically falling over when he walks into the ring. He gives everything, and yeah, he's one of those those guys that you want on your team, and yeah, we're very proud to have him, and yeah, thanks to Debs. Well done to Jeffrey. Yeah, he did well on him today. And it's fantastic to have a bunch of partners like this. My normal mates, and well, they've become normal partners as well now. And it's great to race with them and finally have a winner, a big one together. So wow, everyone's a big one. Yeah, fantastic.
Well done, guys.
Thank you very much.
As the winning connections, 1 Avian, who beat the 3 Action Zone into second position. Third win to the 4 Jackie Sparrow, and fourth to the 5th Regulate. Next up is a feature event on this afternoon's program, the HACHIMAN Sprint. It's over 1100 meters, time 15:40.
So we now have the full and official result of race 5. First place went to horse number 1, Abayan. Second to number 3, Action Zone. Third to number 4, Jackie Sparrow. And fourth to number 5, Regulate. And it's all clear to pay, and well done to those winning connections. Horse number 1, Abian, was pretty much an action replay of its last start, so apologies to the connections of Action Zone. Race 6 is our feature event, the BSA HACHIMAN Sprint, to be run over 1100 meters. We have a field of 5 runners to take their chances. Off time is 20 to 4. We've got about 20 minutes to go to race time. Horse number 1 is Jubilee, representing David Machingadze and his partners. Caden Brewer on board, the son of Give Me the Green Light, a winner of 6 of 34 starts for Thomas Mason. Number 2 is Admiral's Chance. Paul Gorringe and his partners. Jeffrey Seister rides for Deborah Swanson, the son of Admiral Kitten, a winner of 4 of his 25 starts. Number 3 is Emerald Flow, owned by Rosie Dorwood, one of the mares in the race. Morgan Yamagwete rides for Bridges Tidoff, the daughter of Oratorios, won 6 of 36 starts. Number 4, Tradition, the mount of Wesley mowing for Bridges Tidoff the owner, the son of Legislator, winner of 6 of his 34 starts. And complete in the lineup is horse number 5, Star Aglow, for Edith Tafuma, a winner of 5 of her 19 starts, a daughter of Gimme the Green Light, Matthew Thackeray for Deborah Swanson. So those are your 5 runners for Zimbabwe's top race today, the BSA HACHIMAN Sprint, to be run over 1100 meters, off time 20 minutes to 4. Another champion winning in Kenilworth, Princess Color, another Group 1 to a feather, and what a champion racehorse that is, taking out the Majorca Stakes, a Grade 1 event for Richard Fourie and Sean Terry. So the runners here at Borrowdale Park going down to the start for the HACHIMAN Sprint. First horse to come out on parade is horse number 2, Admiral's Chance, and Jeffrey Seister. Number 3 is Emerald Flow and Morgan Yamaguete. Number 1 is Jubilee and Caden Brewer. Number 4, Tradition and Wesley Mowing. And completed the lineup was horse number 5, Star Aglow and Matthew Thackeray. So the runners for the final event here at Borrowdale Park. Once again, I'm not too sure with the preview. Maybe the mic's giving a problem, but a really competitive field to wrap up affairs here at Borrowdale Park. The BSA HACHIMAN Sprint. Obviously, Abiyan just franks the form here for Admiral's Chance, but I don't know what's his best trip. It seems like he's so versatile. He sprints and he goes a mile, so a bit tricky. But he does hold some really good form lines. The two mares in the race, Emerald Flow and Star Aglow, I'm not sure they can take on the Geldings. So I think the race is pretty much evolves around the three Geldings. That's Jubilee, Admiral's Chance and Tradition, and it'll take the best ride to win this race. So these horses, and the best luck obviously, the horses are down at the 1,100 meter mark. The starting floor gates have been shut, and they'll be coming forward for the running of the 2024 HACHIMAN Sprint, proudly brought to you by BSA. And that'll wrap up racing here at Borrowdale. It's a big racing day, Saturday, with the Met Day on, and lots of fantastic horses on display. So Borrowdale takes his chances on these big race days, and unfortunately we need to get back on these live channels just to get things moving again. So down at the 1,100 meter mark, they'll be coming forward shortly for the HACHIMAN Sprint to wrap up racing here at Borrowdale Park. Pretty sure we'll be racing in 2 weeks' time. I'm not sure if it's a Saturday or Sunday program. They don't put the dates in the race card anymore, so I'm sure we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Whether it's a Saturday or Sunday, we'll just have to wait for confirmation regarding that. But horses ringing around the back of the starting stall machine, and as we approach race time, and they'll be coming forward shortly. HACHIMAN, obviously a fantastic sprinter here at Borrowdale Park, trained by Neil Bruss for Terence Hardy. So going in there, we've got Admiral's Chance. Conditions set for the slightly lesser sprinters, with no disrespect to the runners, but these are not the best sprinters in the land, but it gives them a chance to pick up a feature event. Emerald Flow to complete the lineup in stall gate number 1. Handlers out the way, all set, and away they go. Emerald Flow jumps smartly together with stable companion Tradition. Admiral's Chance is just off them. Jubilee's been tucked away behind his main market rival, and up on the stand side running rail we find Star Aglow. So it's down the middle of the course. Emerald Flow leads from back in second, Star Aglow. Jubilee's now come away from Admiral's Chance to make his way down the middle, and then in between runners we find Tradition. It's Emerald Flow with that spring in her step. She leads by 2 lengths. Back in second is Star Aglow. Behind that we find Jubilee. Admiral's Chance has been shaken up. The 1100 is might catch him out for speed. He's going to have to get going. He moves towards the middle of the course, and down the outside rail we find Tradition. It's now a line of horses approaching the 300 meter mark. Tradition towards the inside is Jubilee together with Admiral's Chance. The two mares seem to be dropping out of it. It's on the inside, Jubilee. From back in second, Admiral's Chance. Jubilee hits the front now from Admiral's Chance, and Jubilee for Thomas Mason is going to win the HACHIMAN Sprint. Second will go to Admiral's Chance. Third will go to Star Aglow. Well, once again, the top of the weights, and he also ran behind Abiyan, but I think Admiral's Chance, 1100 meters. Jubilee was probably just a bit sharper. Those 2 runs to Jet Mirage obviously put him in good stead. Jet Mirage, winner of the Gold Cup earlier in the season. That was just before the turn of the year, and like I say, Jet Mirage, very strong horse up the straight here, and Jubilee, once he franked that form, which he did, he was always going to be a tough nut to crack. So well done to the connections of horse number 1, Jubilee. Second will go to Admiral's Chance, no disgrace in second, and third will go to Star Aglow. So that wraps up racing for me here from the commentary box, or maybe I'll call it the sauna. Good place to come if you want to lose some weight. And well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday and the weekend. And like I say, racing was probably in 2 weeks' time. We just have to wait and see if it's a Saturday or Sunday.
There we have the finish of the feature event on this afternoon's program. BSA HACHIMAN Sprint. 1100 meters was the distance. Number 1, Jubilee, coming through Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason. Well done, Caden. Nice for you to get the feature event in the back, and Jubilee doing it well.
Yeah, 100%. He's always that's tried hard. I rode him once before and he fought all the way to the line. He was just unlucky. Very happy to bring it home today.
And to you, can you please stand by for the presentation? Let's talk to Thomas Mason. Thomas, come through. Well done to you for getting the winner in the bag. We talked about Jubilee earlier on and you were confident about him, and it's come through.
Yes, the form was there for everybody to see. Like we talked about prior, even with Caden, we said, you know, Jet Mirage is a top sprinter. He's run him close twice, half a length and a half, you know. It was down in class. He carrying a bit of weight, and I was concerned about 100 meters shorter, but the pace was on, and it worked out perfectly for us. Caden got a nice lead from him there, and he's a gutsy individual, this horse. He really fights to the line, and nice to get a small feature. We've tried a very long time to get a little feature on this horse. We finally got one. Well done to all the owners, Colleen de Jong, Maiden, Chant, David Majingezi, Avalon followed Smith, myself, my mother, and I'm really chuffed today. So very well to all the connections. He deserves to win this horse. He's been knocking the door for a little mini feature. Done to Caden. Well done to all my owners, to the Lord, and nice for this horse to finally win a small feature.
Well done to you, Thomas. You can go ahead and receive the trophy for BSA HACHIMAN Sprint, won by 1. Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason. Numbers not yet up in the frame. You can go ahead and present the trophy to the winning connections. Well done to the 1, Jubilee, Caden Brewer and Thomas Mason.